Don't go fall in love with that thing. Welcome to the Restore It Ralph channel. I've got to get this 5.9 Magnum assembled and installed in Dirty Harry before Holley MoParty next month. I don't really have to, but I want to, so I better get started. This is Dirty Harry, my 1984 Dodge Diplomat. It's a 5.9 Magnum with a GT45 turbo, and as you can see, it's been collecting dust this summer, so it's time to end that. So this is a 5.9 Magnum that you might have seen in a previous video. Me install the crank and rings, gap the rings for boost, and assemble this short block out of decent used parts and some new ones. What I'm gonna do now is install the lifters and the heads, along with new head gaskets and ARP bolts, and hopefully this thing will last a little bit longer in Dirty Harry. So the first thing I'm going to do today is I'm going to install the lifters in the engine, because with the head gaskets and heads in place, you can't really get those in. So I'm going to do that before I forget and don't bolt my heads on and then realize I screwed up. I've got my lifters soaking in this Tupperware full of oil. They're actually still in order from what I removed them from the other engine. These were replaced lifters a couple years ago on a new comp cam. I kept them into place. It doesn't necessarily have to be that way on a roller engine, but it can't hurt either. Now these Magnum roller lifters should be pointed with the oiling hole upwards or towards the intake, so that way they don't feed down, is what my understanding is. I've had these soaking in oil for probably a couple of days now, so they should be good that way. And we'll put this anti-rotation yoke in place. It should be good.
I was saying that the oil filter replacement on this car is absolutely stupid. It's like right there with so much space around it. Nice. That works.
So what you're saying is a Japanese Mopar is engineered better than a Mopar?
Yes.
Boy, that's so surprising.
I know, right?
So I don't have a tap or thread chaser this size. What I did was I cleaned up one of my old head bolts, and I'm using that to just make sure that these things thread nicely and clean out any kind of extra debris that might be in there. I cleaned them out very well with like solvent and blew dry them out with shop air, but going over them one last time just to make sure that when I go to torque these on, they'll be right. So I'm at the point of putting the head gaskets and heads on, and I think I may have made a wrong choice. What I got for this thing is Cometic multi-layer steel head gaskets. The Cometics really like a very smooth roughness average on the block and the heads. This is not that. This is just not machined. I did take my stone and go over it just to true it up and make sure it was nice. It's good enough for regular head gaskets. I'm not sure if it's good enough for Cometics. I'm actually probably pretty sure it's not good enough. I think I'm gonna try it anyways because it's what I got, and I already made the bad decision. Why not double down on it, right? I don't know. We'll see. It might be just fine under the levels that I'm doing. I hope I don't have coolant seepage or anything like that. I probably should have run the Felpro 1008 and run with that. I know that the stock regular rebuild Felpros are not enough, so I kind of went above what I probably should have, and it'll probably bite me in the ass again. So we'll find out. All right, clean and dry. Head gasket goes on. super heavy cast iron head goes on. And then I'm going to take one of my old head bolts, just thread that thing down in, so that way I can get the ARP bolts kind of dressed with their lubricant and not worry about this thing falling off. What I'm using on these heads is an ARP head bolt for a Magnum. It comes with a washer that goes underneath it, and this washer has a chamfered edge that goes towards the bolt head surface. So there's a little beveled edge underneath there, a little radius, and that chamfered edge has to go on there. So I'm going to put a little bit of this lubricant on the back of the bolt, slide the washer on, a little bit of lubricant on the back of the washer, and then put some lubricant on the threads, and I can insert this into the block. The service manual says to do 2 stages, 50 and then 105 foot-pounds. ARP says 3 stages working up to 100. So I'm going to do 3 stages. I'm going to do 50, 75, and then 100. Heads are on the engine. So hopefully I get away with this using the Cometic gaskets on a non-freshly machined surface. I doubt I'll get away with it, and I'll be doing this again because I always make the wrong choice, but fingers crossed. All right, I've had these soaking in oil. I've got assembly lube on the push rod tips and on the valve tips. I'm just gonna line these things up, put them in place, and torque them down. I prefer to torque these things down when the cam is on the base circle. That way it's not trying to open a valve while you're trying to torque it. I think it's a little bit more accurate and probably better. I've done it both ways. I've never had one come loose, but it makes me feel better. Rockers and push rods installed. These are the 1.6 rockers I installed because the 1.7s would not work with the camshaft that I have. And I'm reusing that camshaft. So should be good to go. Time to like button up the covers, like valve covers, timing cover, and oil pan. I need to clean that oil pan out thoroughly though first. Getting later in the afternoon, evening actually, and valve covers on, timing cover and water pump on. Gonna start cleaning the oil pan out. Things looking like an actual engine. Well, here we are. I think we got a fully dressed engine. I'm gonna rattle can it black again and then put the exhaust manifolds on it, and I'm going to wait to put the intake manifold on it until it's down in the car because that's fully dressed still with the fuel rails and stuff, and that'll be a lot easier just to do it that way. The only reason I'm not stuffing it down in the car right now is I'm waiting on an SFI flex plate for this thing, and I got to put those back core plugs in, and I know a guy that might have forgotten that one time, and I will never do that again. So we're getting close. At this point with the Diplomat, I'm not naive enough to think that this is the last engine that's gonna be in this thing. But I will waste a can of semi-gloss paint on it to just make it look presentable-ish. We'll see. Manifolds are high heat black too. Okay, I think the engine is dressed out as much as it needs to be before we put it in. So I guess it's time to put it in. You want to try to shut them a little bit? was stuck underneath the weight of the engine, basically.
Uh,
So now, get stuck on that bolt, which is fine.
this side dropped right into the motor.
Okay. Alright, you ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1. No.
Yeah, it's just close.
I know it. Okay.
Almost maybe if I had like a tri bar,
Yeah,
I could.
try it over.
Yeah.
You tell me when you're ready.
Okay, try it there. See if that does anything. Oh,
Could do it. Looks like it is, isn't it?
I think
Stuck in there.
so. No.
Oh, sweet. You there? Awesome. 2 bell housing bolts in at the top. Motor mounts are in. Time to start reassembly. We did pretty good today. Pretty much everything on the engine is back on. Just got to put the radiator and cooling system back in. There is no oil in this engine, no coolant obviously, and I think I'm tired, so I'm going to stop for the day. But lots of progress. Pretty pumped. Oil is in it. Distributor is synced. Check for fuel leaks. I guess it's time for the first fire. Wish me luck. Always nervous on this. I'm not real sure why I was having issues getting it started. I double checked the distributor sync and that seemed to be okay. And it wanted to start in clear flood, but then die when I let off the key. And I was hoping I didn't have voltage issues, but that seemed to be okay. And I did see that the oxygen sensor, for whatever reason, wasn't reading, or it was reading like super lean. So for whatever reason, I just got in it, and maybe it was battery voltage issues, and it started. So I'm going to try it again. Have oil pressure, that's always good. Seems to be okay. stuff. I am happy. Sounding good. Still smells rich. I need to work on this tune. I'm gonna call that done for now. I gotta shut this thing down, clean up this shop, and actually go to work like my real job. So I'm done. Well, that's gonna do it for this video. Dirty Harry is back together. That doesn't mean I'm done, but I've only got a couple weeks before Holley MoParty, so I gotta get some street miles on this thing, maybe get some tuning done. I wanna make sure it's gonna hold together for a rip down the track at MoParty. As always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the Restore It Ralph channel.